Hello, Maricela. All right, so we're gonna get ready, and I've pre-shuffled all of the decks, and we're gonna cut them right here, and I'm going to lay them out, and then I'm going to pause the video for a second, meditate on it, get the messages through, and then I'll be back. So let's go ahead and just cut the deck. That way we can pick our cards here. Yay! What do the cards in spirit have to tell Maricela about her career? What do the cards have to tell about Maricela's career? What messages do we have for Maricela? We're just gonna do it this way because I don't have enough room here. What messages do we have for Maricela's career move? What's next for Maricela for her career? What messages do we have? What messages do we have? We're going to start out with the spirit animal. Oh my goodness, dog. Wow. Wow. I'm glad this is a personal reading because I have to tell you about this. So, I have to tell you about this, but this is your reading, but I just have very, this is really cool. Really cool. So let's just keep going here. Look inside yourself. Parenting and children. Iron pyrite. Smoky quartz. Ooh, Botswana agate. Ooh, that'll be fun. I'm gonna have to research a little bit on that one, but that looks really fun. Page of acorns. The tower. Okay. 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 Eight of swords. Okay. All right. We'll definitely get some qualifier cards here. So I'm gonna go ahead and meditate on this for a little bit and be right back. Okay, so I brought some of the books over so you could, we're gonna read a little bit of it just because we know each other so well and we're so close. I don't want anything coming up that you might think it came from me or anything. So we're just gonna do it this way, and if it was somebody I didn't know, there would be no question. I would just be saying it like it is, but I don't want you to take this one to heart, and so I want you to see the proof in the actual books themselves. But regardless, so the dog, and I'll tell you about why this is so significant on a personal level and in a different time. I won't involve it in your reading in case you want to share this reading with other people. So a dog is all about loyalty. And if you think about it, and the book, medicine book even says this, is a dog will be beaten and will still perform for its master. So the fact that this is related to career only, and we're doing a career reading here, this shows me that you're always going to be loyal, and your loyalty is more appreciated by you than by your master or work. You know what I'm saying? So the master is never going to appreciate the loyalty like the dog is, if you think about it in that term. So you're going to need to look inside yourself here and really see if you can do this without having moving forward in your career with Matson. If you're and moving up, if you're able to be okay with not having that recognized. So there's also parenting and children here. So this is all about like this card for 20 years. You know, I've had this deck for 20 years. In the first 10 years, I gave myself a reading every day with this deck. And this card has always represented Jacqueline. So to me, to have the loyalty and all of that, it makes me think that there needs to be some kind of like, you need to, in order to move forward, you're going to need to make sure that it's a cohesive family decision, that everybody's on board with it, and that the kids are going to be okay with you moving forward in everything, which is weird because I was thinking about last night. It's like they're getting older and everything, so you can just totally go in any direction you really want to with your career. But it looks like there needs to be just a little bit more soul searching to figure out exactly what it is that kind of like the why behind it, you know, because, you know, why are you having the loyalty, and is that something you want to continue? Because that's your choice and everything. Now the rest of these cards are all about choice. So I brought in the pyrite and the smoky quartz and everything, so we can have some of the added crystals into the reading. But the pyrite here, I just want to read you part of it. So it says, drawing this card indicates it is time to open your mind and realize your inner creativity. It asks you to stop procrastinating and bring forward your dreams to the light. So it's all about finding the true essence of what it is you really want. See, I think the only thing in these cards is there's some lack of self-confidence. But on the flip side of it, it's like once you get that that assuredness that of your choice, then it's full bore. It's like there's no stopping you. I mean, with all these, but it's kind of like on a wishy-washy fence at this point, and this is where your loyalty is going to come into question, and the loyalty to what you want to move forward in. So I was going to take notes, but I wanted this to be a real intuitive type thing. So with the smoky quartz, like the darker the smoky quartz, the more light that it actually holds within the crystal. So these are both smoky quartz. So this one you would think has more light within the smoky quartz, but that's not the case. This one actually holds more light, and when you hold it up to the light, you can see a little bit of the light coming through. So it actually captures and holds more light. Well, what both of these cards are saying is, both of these crystal cards are saying is, there's, in all that kind of darkness of choice making, there is one very specific bright light that is available for you to choose. And then with the breathe card, it's the Botswana agate, which is all about breath and breathing and meditation. So it looks like you're being asked to really, especially with the look inside yourself, the meditation card, and finding the light. It's more about getting the clarity of exactly what it is, if you really want to move forward. So it's all about more looking inside yourself, because it's not the fact that I thought for sure some education cards would come up, and where you need more information and you have to keep persevering, but really it's more about as soon as you decide that that's what you want to do and move forward. And it looks like the kids do have, and one does have something to do with the decision. But once you decide that, and if it is to move forward and move up within the company itself, you've got, it's all about focus. It's not about you need to get, there isn't any cards there that say you need to have people on your side or need more education or a teamwork or anything like that. It's all about as soon as you focus in on that one light that you're interested in, that one thing, then you've got the go ahead. And like the Page of Acorns, so this is the Spirit Song deck, but we're going to look at what the designer of these cards says for this one, but I'm also giving you the traditional message of a Page of Acorns. So the Page of Acorns is all about new excitement, creativity, finding that new path, and knowing that, releasing the self-doubt, and and enthusiasm and discovery. It's all about woohoo, yeah, this is what I want and this is what I'm going for. Not really a plan or a strategy, but just more of the excitement and the free-spirited nature of what you've decided to do and going forward. But this is after you've discovered everything. So as you can see, this area right here is all about choice and making the choice and finding, meditating and finding. I want to read, let's go back one more here because I want to read what the book says about the Botswana agate. There was one point in here that I wanted to read to you. Okay. At the mental emotional level, Botswana agate springs to life with a powerful and direct effect on the breath, empowering and opening the ability to choose and redirect life without sacrificing our individuality, which means you're okay here if you've had the conversation with the family. You don't have to worry about that there's any sacrifice on your part, and that gives you the freedom to move forward fearlessly and to get rid of that fear. So this allows the choice of action, self-discipline, and awareness of the resting place of personal power, which in turn, via a new breath, eliminates stress and a reactive nature to the world. Let's see. There was something else I wanted to... Okay, yes. The presence of Botswana agate for you today tells us that the time for a breath of fresh air is here. The time to become the shepherd of self, not one of the sheep. You are at the start of an important journey, a bridge to freedom and a new you. Look deeply into the self for the truth about your earthly ways and ready to seek another direction without judgment. It is time to allow a problem that has taken up all your time to find its solution. Doors are opening that have been closed for too long. Be sure to walk through them. So I create my life. I am. It is what I am. So let's look at the smoky quartz real quick. But basically, I mean, if you can see that, it's like you've thought that because of your loyalty, and you're always going to be there and be willing to do whatever it takes to move forward. But you need to, before you do that and go on this next very, very big adventure, you need to make sure that this is the path that you're going. And the reason I say that is because you have the Tower card. And the Tower card is all about basically, in traditional tarot, everything comes crumbling down and there's chaos. So, and with the Eight of Swords in the final position with all of this, if you do not stay strong in yourself and your decisions, there is a possibility of something coming crumbling down and you're not going to know what hit you. However, on the other end of it, there's more to this, so let's not just stick with that, is when also with this card, and I'll read it to you, it's all about this is the chameleon. And maybe, and this is kind of what I was thinking earlier, is just because I know you, I can go ahead and give this more in depth here, is what I was thinking is, if you decide to just like kind of go full bore and move forward and moving up in the company, I don't feel like you're going to need education for some reason, because education would have come up here. So I think it's more about a decision to go full throttle. And once you go full throttle, it's going to be exciting, and you're going to have all the energy of it and everything, but there's a chance that you're going to get beat down again, and it's going to come crumbling down. And this is where your unwavering tenacity is going to have to come into play. So it's definitely not an easy road. There's nothing easy about it, but it looks very exciting. There's no doubt about that. It looks very exciting. But let's read what she wrote on the Page of Acorns in the Tower, so you can get more of a direction on that one. So Page of Acorns is the discovery and enthusiasm, and about a free spirit. So a messenger of brilliant new ideas. Free-spirited monkey assists in building the basis for new ventures. He embodies an optimistic perception for future possibilities, and he aims high. Monkey is always game for an adventure, but must also keep his impatience in check. His enthusiasm steers him into new terrain, and he excels with bursts of energy in his excitement for anything new and interesting. Monkey inspires the eagerness required to kickstart new experiences. Tap into that fluctuating stream of energy and you will go far. Let the prospect of new ideas exhilarate you. And your keywords are basically enthusiasm, discovery, free spirit, new creative energy. So, I mean, you definitely will have what you need, like the self-confidence will definitely be there, and you'll be able to, once you can hone in on if that's really what you want to do. It's kind of like it's way back here until you go full throttle and decide. And then once you decide, yes, I think that's what I want to go, then you go into all this crystal energy that's more about, okay, where's that one light that I'm going to focus in on? And then once you have that, you have all this enthusiasm and this free-spirited energy to just move forward with this new venture. Now, well, we'll just keep going forward with this, and then I have another possibility for you. So just a second here. The Tower. The Tower is the chameleon. Chameleon is the shaman of adaptation. Seizing the power of cloaking, he changes color to blend with his shifting surroundings. Life is change, and you have the choice to either accept change or to resist it. By clinging to ideas that no longer work within the structure of your spiritual evolution, the winds of revelation will force you to go with the flow. Chameleon is here to help you shift the colors of your state of being, setting you on the path of your highest truth. Relax, place trust in yourself, and release fear. By attuning yourself to the magic of chameleon, you become more receptive to the powers around you. And the keywords are sudden shift, change, release, upheaval, revelation, divine intervention, and liberation. So that's from this book. So that isn't the traditional one. The traditional, if you look up the Tower, it's going to say chaos and major upheaval, but it's also a release in, like in the card itself. It's about, you know, the towers coming crumbling down and it's on fire and people are jumping out of the windows and stuff. It's like, ah, you know, but knowing that can help you release it, and you can adapt to it, to the change. And if you do decide to go up here, this is going to be, it's going to be a little bit crazy, actually. That's what it looks like. It is definitely not going to be easy, and it's not like, oh yeah, you got this, like this easy ride going. It's definitely like, but if you know that ahead of time and you're like, oh yeah, bring it on, I can handle it. The thing that I want to mention here is the main key words for the Eight of Swords is victim mentality. It's actually, where did it's in this book right here. I brought it out because I wanted you to see, it actually says victim mentality. So the fact that that's in kind of the final outcome card, and if you look at it, we have the victim mentality with the beaten loyal dog. So to me, this says you can, if you're going to go full throttle with moving up in Matson in your career there, it's going to be very chaotic, but very exciting. But you're definitely going to have this beaten down feeling again. So the cycles will continue. So, and if you look at, you know, your career there's been cycles of all of a sudden becoming into a victim situation. So with it going like that, you maybe when you're looking inside and figuring out this is really what you want, you can decide if that's worth it. I mean, being there for so long as you have, I mean, to me, it makes me, and as happy as you are there, it makes me think that you can handle all this, especially if you know it's coming. But you need to really figure out if you can handle it another time or two. And that's really what it comes down to is, are you going to be, can you physically, because you've got a lot of earth grounding energy here. These are all grounding stones. All of these, all of yours that you picked are grounding stones, which means you're going to need some balance in your emotional state going through this, especially with all, I mean, this is like real exciting and fun energy, but it's also can be a little, especially with the tower right next to it, it's because there really isn't a concrete plan. It will come because you don't have control of everything. This is, you know, this is your path, and then the tower is situations, everything. You don't really have control over this. So because you don't have control over this, you don't take this victim mentality on. You're still going to be loyal regardless. You're going to go back. But to me, this is kind of like a cycle. It will be another cycle in what has transpired with you in the past. So let me look up Eight of Swords real quick. Okay, so the Eight of Swords in this one says you feel stuck, but you don't have to be. Breaking free is easier than you think. Okay, that's what we're going to get some clarifiers on there. So it's kind of like, you know it's coming, you've been there. It's like a been there, done that type thing. And you're like, it's okay, I can handle it. I've been through this before. This is, you know, I've totally been through this before, so I can handle it one more time. Let's just pull another card here. Ten of Crystals, stability and attainment. So, and this is all about Pentacles. So we have a wide range of, it's like a fully balanced here. So, yes. So this is if you decide to go this route, it will provide great stability for you. It's going to be financially beneficial. You will be able to attain it. You will be able to attain it. Look at the crystals around on the ground here by the stream. See the crystals? Isn't that cute? Yes. Attainment. Let's look up the book real quick and read what it says for 10 of crystals. Because, you know, I mean, we should go by what the designer of this book had in mind, because we're using that deck. So that's what I like to do, is we're using the deck, so let's use the definition and not use the traditional definition. You know what I'm saying? So 10 of crystals. On the borderland of water and earth, see the balance. See what I said? It's all about that balance of all the elements, the earth energy elements. On the borderland of water and earth, alligator's primordial creative power supplies her with the essential groundwork to realize her goals. Her careful planning and methodical ways brought her long-term security, and she earned the comfort she enjoys as she continues to strengthen her empire. Alligator is reminding you that you have worked hard to achieve what you have, yet she wants you to realize there is always room for growth and change. Consider how you can best use your skills towards jump-starting a project. Be open to receiving the bountiful blessings that life has to offer. And the key words are success, prosperity, establishment. Okay, I really think that it's going to be very successful. I mean, even given the cards last night, you really are given the go-ahead. It looks like you need to maybe have a family meeting, or just kind of feel the kids out a little bit, feel Juan out a little bit, because whatever it is going to probably take a lot more energy and time and focus. Definitely is going to take focus. There's no doubt about that. And look inside yourself and see, look how she has this one little, there has to be focus to really hone in on it. And then once that focus is there, kind of like, you know how a dog focuses, once that focus is there, you've got a lot of success. This is a success card, all about success. Look, it says successful right on it. This is about success. This is about success, attainment, success. So, and even the Eight of Swords that I just read, even though that other book said victim mentality, this one says, yeah, well, what does it say again? I want to do a clarification of the Eight of Swords. You feel stuck, but you don't have to. Breaking free is easier than you think. So with this tower coming down, this chaos that's going to happen, it might even happen because you're going full throttle. And then all of a sudden, everybody around you is like, what the hell is going on? And it might be easy to get back into that victim mentality, but you just keep moving forward. So that is this is a really, really good clarifier card. It's very much clears up some things. Let's get another clarifier on the Eight of Swords. Temperance, balance and harmony. So let's read that. This is for the final outcome card. Temperance, balance and harmony. Zebra pilots the harmony of opposites. Self-disciplined. She will show you how to find balance and how to face problems with an air of calm. As with her stripes, a yin-yang duality of opposites brings forth the ability to maintain balance. She wants you to recognize challenge as a chance for growth, and to know that opposing forces will enable you to see a deeper truth. A bringer of clarity, she will show you how you can better pace yourself in order to make the best decisions. Consider your next step with patience and understanding, as any new situation takes time to adapt. By being receptive and in harmony, you are allowing higher powers to help guide you. Healing takes place as you correct the imbalances in between. And then the key words are balance and cooperation and harmony. So that's all about the perseverance. That's all about, you know, the page moving forward with all that excitement, and very, very exciting. Let's just pull one more here and get an overall idea. Body movement, okay. That's kind of all in relation to, I usually do, body movement is usually like yoga, those kind of practices, like moving about to open up the chi and the flow. So let's get one more. Visualization. Yeah, you've got a lot of meditation cards right here. These are, because I was about to say meditation, but it's just like, these are I have a feeling you're on the border, like we talked about before, but with this meditation, you're going to have, the light is going to come through, and you're going to be very, very specific about what it is you're going to go for. It's not a generalization. It has to be very specific. You don't have to have the plan. You just have to have that creative idea, and that which is the discovery of that idea of what it is you're going to go for. And then once you do, it's going to get real chaotic. You're going to stay strong. You're not going to be a victim, and then you're going to be able to easily attain it. Easily. I mean not easily, but it's attainable. It's not like it's out of the realm of possibility. Yeah, this is good. This is good. So, I mean, this can totally relate to a completely new path. This does not have to be just with Matson. This can be, and this is where it comes back right here, to decide if you're willing to be that loyal dog that no matter what the master does to you, you're going to stick with them, or if you're going to be the dog that decides to go on the new path. So, but with this card right here in the very beginning, that's it. It all comes down to this. It really does. It comes down to this, and if you needed information to know what decision to come into with this one, this fairy card, then you've definitely been given the green light that it's going to be successful, and it's going to be a little chaotic, and it's going to be all in the same kind of patterns that you've had in the past, but there's a lot of excitement and enthusiasm to go with it, and it looks very, very fun. But whatever it is, because it can be a totally new path. I mean, there's some spiritual things here going on here too. So if you do, depending on what the, how you think this relates to your family, it could just be a completely different avenue. But regardless, it's a little bit like this, but it turns out perfect. So unless you take this mentality of repeating the same beaten down patterns, this is definitely a warning sign to not take that in. Okay, I didn't realize it was getting so in depth here. So I hope this was helpful, and I'd appreciate you, if this did resonate with you, if you want to share it with other people, or let other people know that I'm doing it. It'd be very exciting. I love doing it like this, and I can post it on YouTube just like this in private. So, and then I can just take payments via my PayPal link. So it's just very easy, and it's very affordable. So it's only $28 for a reading. So just let me know, and if you want to have somebody, if you know somebody else, maybe even, the kids know somebody or something. So, but thank you, Maricela. I'm excited about your your future, and it looks really cool and exciting. It's, you know, the kids are getting older, so maybe it's just like time to go gung-ho with, you know, one of your own personal endeavors that you want. And you know, you like moving up in the company. You like the where you're at, and the things and possibilities of what Matson has brought you. So, you know, but it is very, very clear that it is not strictly just Matson. It can definitely be related to a completely new path. It's all about a new adventure. The whole reading is about a new endeavor and a new adventure, and finding that new adventure, and then knowing that it's going to be a little bumpy, and to know, but it doesn't have to be a new adventure at Matson. You know, we asked about your career. So we asked what career guidance for your career. So that will definitely have to be up to you. Okay? So, all right. Peace out.